What's up, guys? Thanks for joining us today. Today I'm taking you guys through another episode of my Inside the Minds. And today I'm going to be talking to you guys a little bit through what my approach is in leading off of a game. And maybe you can learn how to steal some bases while you're at it as well. I've been enjoying the support that I've been getting for these videos. Guys, make sure you like and subscribe, but also share it to your friends who would want to see this as well. I feel like there's a lot more people who could actually see these videos and actually benefit from them. Anyway, guys, I'm going to take you guys straight into the video. Thanks for coming. All right, guys. Thank you guys for coming by and watching this video. Today I'm taking you guys inside my mind and what are some of my thoughts when leading off of a game. So as you guys can see, the score is 2-0. Our opponents have gotten ahead of us in the top of the first. As a leadoff hitter, I'm looking to find any way to get on base and give us the opportunity to be able to punch back in the bottom of the first. So typically to lead off a game, more times than not, I'll probably take the first pitch to get a feel for my timing and everything else like that. Yeah, and so I take strike one right there, and so I'm behind right here, and so it's at this point too where I have to make a decision. I can't be too passive. One of my core beliefs as a hitter is I try to stay away from taking the second strike of an at bat. Obviously, guys, this happens sometimes, but I want to make sure I've at least gotten one good swing off before I'm in two strikes. And that's in every at-bat. And so here I am. I'm in an 0-1 scenario. He just painted the first pitch in the black. I'm looking for fastball, and I'm reacting to something off-speed at this point. I'm probably expecting something off-speed, to be honest with you. So there it is. I think he throws a changeup right there. And so there I get to see part of his command. And so one thing about being the leadoff batter is you're going to see a pitcher's repertoire before anybody's else. And so in these counts, especially early in the game, if I can see everything in his repertoire, that'll help me throughout the game to be able to adjust to him, as well as it'll help my teammates on deck and in the dugout, to be able to see his stuff early on. So 1-1. This is a predictable breaking ball count. So in this count, I have the same approach. But I know he may make a mistake over the white. All right, so he threw changeup again to me again. And so now I know what his probable out pitch to me is going to be. So at this point, I can pretty much eliminate the breaking ball. I feel like in the first three pitches, he would have at least shown it, in those first pitches. And so he went changeup twice, which shows me that this is a pitch that he has a lot of confidence in. So now that if I get into a two-strike approach, I can begin to feel out his changeup and see where it breaks and whatnot. So I'm in a 2-1 count. I'm in a favorable hitting count. At this time too, I'm actually hot right now. I believe I had hit 5 home runs in the previous week, or something like that. I'm not really sure. So I was swinging it pretty good, and I believe before this I was hitting below 200. The week before, and this crazy week had brought me up, and so yeah, I'm feeling good. So I want to get a barrel in the ball in this count.
In yesterday's game, after fouling out to start the game, he had 3 straight singles, including 3 RBIs.
So at this point, I want to reset my approach. So I stepped out the box. I want to make sure I understand the information I just told you guys about his changeup, and now I can take this into the actual live at bat. Okay, so he missed wide right there. Now I got him right where I want him. So I know that I'm looking for some sort of mistake. And I know that he's been throwing it to his arm side. He's hit that edge, or he's trying to nibble off that edge twice. So I have a feeling the pitch is going to be away from me. And so I had this in my mind as well. So 3-1 pitch. Also important, guys, to note too. 3-1 in this count for a lot of leadoff guys is probably a take, perhaps, especially if you're not, if you're not really rolling at the plate. In this case, you know, I had my confidence and I knew I was rolling at the plate. This is a count where if I get something over the white, I'm going to try to hit it as far as I can.
3-1 pitch,
3-1.
and
I
that's a
did
high
not,
ball four.
I did not, you know, lengthen my strike zone. I did not get bigger. You know, I stayed right where I was, and he missed just out the zone for ball 4. So fundamental, good leadoff at bat. And now it's time to start feeling out the pitcher. And it's at this point where I start taking tons of information that's on the field. And yeah, guys, I'm pretty fast, and that's what helps me steal a lot of bases. But the part that I do the best, you know, I believe, is I focus and on tendencies. I think I do that better than most people. And this is why I'm able to steal tons of bags year after year. It's at this point where I'm beginning to analyze the middle infielders, and I'm starting to get a feel for the pitcher. Everything between I want to figure out what his mechanics are from this angle. You know, I want to see, you know, what his body language is, and sometimes body language can decide how or when I'm going to steal the base. So other factors come into play, like the catcher. And time to the plate. And so it's at this time when I'm starting to feel all this information out. We have a good hitter in Brennan Bro right behind me, and yeah, so I'm going to begin to fill this out. So probably in the first pitch of every game when I'm on first, if I'm the leadoff hitter, I'll probably see the first pitch. You know, just because I'm not sure if he's gonna slide step or pitch out. Because I've had all of it done to me up to this point. You know, I've had first pitch outs. I mean, it's crazy, but I've pretty much seen it all. So it's at this point where I'm beginning to feel out the tendencies of the pitching coach, the head coach, catcher, and the pitcher. These are all factors that are going to allow me to steal second base better. So let's go right in.
Friday night's game.
So right here, I'm looking at his load. I'm looking at the pitchers, and I can see that he turns his butt. So right around this area, you can see that he turns from back here. So instead of my cue being down here by the feet, like most coaches may teach, I'm actually now looking at the waist area of our pitcher. And so anything that he may do is now going to come out of here. I've already watched that. That is plenty of time for me to be able to get a good jump and steal second base by the time he delivers the ball. So I already have this information. I don't want to look. I already know that I'm going to steal his base. I don't want to look too greedy or too anxious, because this might invite pickoffs. This might invite pitch outs and all these things. So you almost want to hide when you're going to go, and you want to hide when you don't go. So like I said, it's just a big cat and mouse game. And being able to figure out these tendencies as you go will allow you to be productive long term. So now I have what I'm looking for. There he is. He turned it. Plenty of time. That's a stolen base. So important to note there, guys. I had plenty of time to steal that base. One thing I wanted to do was make sure I didn't get too antsy, to make sure I didn't get picked off. And so usually when I have all of my cues down, if I get my first 3 steps good, and I think they're going to show another angle on the side, if I get those 3 steps good, I'll usually steal the base every time. So yeah, guys, as you can see, I have a visual of everything I need from where I'm at on the field. I have a decent sized lead. It can typically be probably a little bit bigger, but like I said, guys, this is a situation I did not want to give away that I was stealing. I kind of wanted them to think I was playing it down, or almost playing a little bit of a station to station. And I can see my cue right here. Also, something to take note of is if you can get far enough and comfortable with being able to get back, these are also times when you can actually take a look into the catcher's stance, and you can sometimes see if they're giving break-in ball and stuff. But you guys can see that was a pitch, that was a fastball away, and I was still able to take the bag. So there, I got my steps good, stayed in my drive low enough, take a peek, and straight into the bag, safe. Pretty much back hot now. I was giving the hitter behind me a chance to move me over, but now I'm hot again, and so I know that the pitchers and the pitching coach are usually have more alert on me at this point. And that's going to determine a lot of the mind games that I'll play. And so this is usually where I'll actually start short. I'll actually start short so that the pitcher can feel that it's safe and that I don't have a big enough jump to get there. And so sometimes when I play this game, I'll actually get out late. And so there's a bunch of techniques that go into this one, and I'm just playing with it at first. I'm just trying to see what kind of feel I can get of him at first. Also, something to make note of, I have a right-handed hitter in the box. This allows for a better opportunity to steal third. Again, it doesn't really change too much if there's a lefty, but I do know if there's a really good fast pitcher-catcher combo, I have to have a really good jump to steal third base. Whereas with a right-hander in the box, I can usually make some mistakes and still steal the bag. So like I said, guys, I know where the shortstop's at, and so I'm starting to feel him out. So there's a one look and a retreat right there. So right there, I can feel where he's at, and I can actually hear his feet leaving the area. Once again, I'm in a 1-0. He's in a 1-0 count. Todd plays in the Cardinals organization now.
Cantrell with that leadoff walk has now reached base.
It's almost time. We're in a 1-0 count. This arm that I do when I hold it out is a lot of a deke sometimes. Just to show a different visual to the pitcher sometimes, or just try to get in his head. But I want you to pay attention to one thing right here, and that's the shadows on the ground. The shadows on the ground is actually how I steal this base. I could actually look back and see the shadows of the shortstop, and I know that the pitcher and shortstop are together because when I heard him leave on that first pitch, the pitcher pitched. And so I can predict that, as this at bat plays out, that I'll have a good chance to steal when I know the shortstop is gone. And so I'll let this play out, and you can kind of see where I kind of play that in. So look, he's playing still. And as soon as this leaves, I see his shadow and I take the bag.
And there will not be a throwdown.
So, yeah, guys, there are tons of factors that play into steal in second and third. All right, guys, that wraps up today's video. If you enjoyed, please don't forget to hit that like button. Also, feel free to comment whatever you want down below. I do my best to answer all the reasonable questions as best as I can. Anyways, guys, appreciate you guys coming through. Stay tuned for more videos.